Okay, this should have worked. I don't need the delay, so I'm gonna give it that real quick. Okay, there we go. Should be no more delay. Just gotta wait for it to show. This is so stupid. Okay. It's working, okay. This is being streamed and recorded for my friends. So when they get on, I can share this, but for now, this. This is the reaping. This is the districts I gave them, even though I stopped caring past the third one. Yeah, so just proceed. So, as a tribute stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Spectre, Roxy, Nynx, and Max share everything they gathered before running. Ava runs away from the cornucopia. Nightmare grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Misfit runs away. Claudia runs away. Hana runs away. Valkyrie runs away. Skybolt runs away. Monochrome runs away. Urban runs away. Jet severely injures Heartless and leaves him to die. It's the first death. Delilah clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Whitefang takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Leviathan runs away. Mateo finds a bag of explosives. Serenity runs away. Wildfire grabs a shovel. Calamity runs away. Masquerade runs away. And Acid runs away. Leviathan receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Max tries to sleep through the entire day. Valkyrie defeats Nynx in a fight but spares her life. Wildfire receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Masquerade injures herself. That sounds actually accurate. Delilah collects fruit from a tree. Monochrome. I'm just now realizing I spelled monochrome wrong. Whatever. It's too late to go back. They make a wooden spear. Urban begs for Jet to kill him. He refuses, keeping Urban alive. That is so fucking canon, bro. Oh my god. Misfit overhears Calamity and Acid talking in the distance. Nightmare overhears Skybolt and Mateo talking in the distance. Ava fishes. Whitefang explores the area. Spectre picks flowers. Roxy constructs a shack. Hannah practices her archery. Claudia tries to spearfish with a trident. Serenity accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. So Serenity and Heartless died. Damn. Saul's not gonna like that Heartless is dead. And one of the children is dead. Okay. Night 1. Valkyrie convinces Wildfire to snuggle with him. Max convinces Misfit to snuggle with him. Nightmare loses sight of where she is. Jet, Roxy, and Leviathan sleep in shifts. Spectre stays awake all night. Urban, Masquerade, Nynx, and Ava tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Mateo defeats Whitefang in a fight but spares his life. Claudia thinks about home. What home? Delilah sees a fire but stays hidden. Calamity lets Skybolt into her shelter. Acid receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Monochrome sees a fire but stays hidden. Hannah receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Monochrome injures herself. Whitefang runs away from Leviathan. Wildfire, Jet, Skybolt, Delilah, and Masquerade hunt for other tributes. Okay, we got the District 1 couple together. Honestly, if this was to happen and I was writing it, if it came down to it, Wildfire would be the victor. Just because, lore purposes. Nynx goes hunting. Ava spears Spectre off. I can see why. Nightmare sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Urban receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Calamity discovers a cave. Mateo scares Max off. Makes sense. You look like a freak. Claudia chases Valkyrie. Roxy practices her archery. Hannah stalks Acid and Misfit picks flowers. No one died. Ava, Valkyrie, and Leviathan cheerfully sing songs together. Misfit thinks about home. Urban, Claudia, and Monochrome sleep in shifts. Delilah and Jet hold hands. Roxy and Skybolt talk about the tribute still alive. Acid receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Masquerade overpowers Nynx, killing her. Ugh. Calamity received clean water from an unknown sponsor. White Fang thinks about home. Mateo attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Max receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Nightmare passes out from exhaustion. Wildfire's trap kills Spectre. Okay. That's funny because that's that's fucking that's Wildfire's sister's child. That's depressing. And Hannah sets up camp for the night. Nightmare discovers a cave. Valkyrie, Acid, Roxy, and Calamity hunt for the tributes. Wildfire stabs Delilah in the back with a trident. Yeah! Jet and Skybolt split up to search for resources. Claudia attacks Misfit, but he manages to escape. Masquerade overhears Leviathan and Max talking in the distance. Urban makes a slingshot. Hannah receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Mateo makes a wooden spear. White Fang, Monochrome, and Ava hunt for other tributes. That's depressing that the child's dead, bro. That would mean that both children are dead. Damn. Also, I just realized my stream, I put the title with shit in it, and Nightbot did not like that. Okay, whatever. I don't really care. Claudia receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Masquerade loses sight of where she is. Roxy tends to Ava's wounds. Jet starts a fire. Monochrome thinks about home. Nightmare screams for help. Mateo is awoken by nightmares. Max questions her sanity. I don't know why this is his. Valkyrie forces Leviathan to kill Skybolt or Calamity. He decides to kill Calamity. Good option. Wildfire is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Misfit is awoken by nightmares. Acid sets up camp for the night. White Fang destroys urban supplies while he is asleep. Sibling rivalry at its finest. Hannah starts a fire. Skybolt injures himself. Mateo runs away from Max. Leviathan and Nightmares split up to search for resources. Urban, Ava, and Jet hunt for other tributes. Valkyrie searches for a water source. Monochrome poisons Misfit's drinks but mistakes it for her own and dies. Yay! We hate Monochrome. Hannah searches for a water source. White Fang dies from hunger. Ugh. Claudia, Wildfire, Acid, Masquerade, and Roxy hunt for the tributes. That is 3 more dead. So everyone's status currently. Millennia has, or should I say, Wildfire has killed 2 people. Leviathan has killed 1 person. Jet and Masquerade has killed 1 person with White Fang dead, Heartless dead, Monochrome dead, Nynx dead, Calamity dead, Spectre, Serenity, and Delilah. So everyone from District 1, District 2, District 3, District 5, District 7, District 8, and District 12 are alive. Jet destroys Mateo's supplies while he is sleeping. Okay, we got a couple rivalry going on right now. Max thinks about winning. Misfit and Claudio run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Hannah, Skybolt, Nightmare, Leviathan, and Valkyrie sleep in shifts. Roxy, Ava, Urban, Acid, and Wildfire sleep in shifts. Masquerade looks in the night sky. Jet discovers a river. Valkyrie makes a wooden spear. Masquerade collects fruits from a tree. Leviathan, Misfit, Claudia, and Acid raid Wildfire's camp while he is hunting. Roxy, Skybolt, Nightmare, and Max raid Hannah's camp while she is hunting. Ava is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Urban overpowers Mateo, killing him. Mateo is the only one dead this night, which means that both people from District 6 are now dead. Okay. That'd be both brothers dead. Valkyrie tries to sing herself to sleep. Don't know why it says himself. I must have gotten the genders wrong. Skybolt receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Ava starts a fire. Misfit convinces Hannah to snuggle with him. Roxy receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Leviathan looks at the next guy. Urban and Wildfire hold hands. That's weird. Jet cooks his food before putting his fire out. Masquerade receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Acid forces Max to kill Claudia, or Nightmare, he decides to kill Claudia. Nightmare thinks about home. Wildfire scares Jet off. Hannah makes a wooden spear. Max receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Masquerade tries to spearfish with a trident. Misfit, Roxy, Leviathan, and Skybolt raid Ava's camp while she is hunting. Yay! Acid begs for Valkyrie to kill him. He refuses, keeping Acid alive. Urban travels to higher ground. Claudia is the only one dead from District 8. Valkyrie questions her sanity. Leviathan attempts to climb a tree but falls on Urban, killing them both. Oh my god, okay. Max starts a fire. Masquerade thinks about winning. Misfit kills Wildfire as he tries to run. Rip. Roxy dies from an infection. Hannah tends to Jet's wounds. Ava's trap kills Nightmare. Acid starts a fire. Skybolt cooks his food before putting the fire out. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memories from the tribute's families. Misfit decides not to go to the feast. Skybolt sobs while gripping a photo of his friends and family. Hannah shoots an arrow in an Acid's head. All my favorites are dying. Masquerade cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Yeah, she would do that. Valkyrie decides not to go to the feast. Ava and Max get into a fight over raw meat, but Ava gives up and runs away. Jet accidentally steps on a landmine. Skybolt bashes Hannah's head against a rock several times. Valkyrie receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Misfit constructs a shack, not a shank. Ava makes a wooden spear, and Max picks flowers. 9 people died. That. Okay, so Leviathan is dead, Urban is dead, Wildfire is dead, Roxy is dead, Nightmare is dead, Acid, my favorite, is dead, Masquerade is dead, Jet is dead, and Hana is dead. Ava and Skybolt hold hands. Max lets Misfit into his shelter, or her shelter. Valkyrie looks at the night sky. Max falls into a pit and dies. Ava tends to Misfit's wounds. Skybolt receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Valkyrie tries to sleep through the day. Max is the only one dead. Dumbass. Misfit is awoken by Nightmare. Skybolt and Valkyrie hold hands. Ava tries to sing herself to sleep. Ava throws a knife into Misfit's chest. Skybolt receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, and Valkyrie dies from thirst. Okay, so it's Ava versus Skybolt. I'm really hoping Skybolt wins, because I don't like Ava. But Skybolt taints Ava's food, killing her. The winner is Skybolt from District 1. Let's go. Okay. I'm so happy that Skybolt was the one to win instead of Ava. Oh my god. 2 kills, 2 kills. Not a single kill, 1 kill, 1 kill, 1 kill, 1 kill, 1 kill. No kill, no kill, no kill, no kill. 2 kills, 1 kill, 1 kill, no, 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 no. None, 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 none. There we go. The bloodbath, aka how everyone dies, and just the status report. Placements, district placements, kills. Alright. That was interesting. But it's like all. That took me 14 minutes. Alright. That's it.